Welcome, one and all, to a special presentation of Sunday Inspiration Live. This is called The Best of Pooki Lee and Sunday Inspiration. So this is interesting. If it's the best of Pooki Lee, what am I doing here live streaming in real time? I'm Bob Baker, of course, Pookie's husband. And here's the deal. So last Sunday was my birthday, and we streamed live on my Affirmations channel, and the show was all about me, and I kind of orchestrated, the content of that particular broadcast. Here we are a week later, and Pooki is unavailable right now because she is attending something. It's an event called New Earth Fest, and our friend Christine Kick is organizing this event, and I believe it's the first one ever. It's about an hour and a half away in a town called St. Clair, Missouri. So Pookie's not only attending that, but she's speaking or facilitating something that actually happens today. This is the last day of the festival. And so she's just not available. And so instead of not doing one, we've been doing this for over 4.5 years. I thought about pre-recording like a whole hour best of and just running it as a premiere, like as a pre-recorded video. But then I had another idea. No, let's go ahead and stream live, and I'm going to be acting as sort of like a DJ or an MC. This is going to be about a 1-hour broadcast, and it's primarily going to feature pre-recorded stuff, some of what I consider to be some of the best of Pooki from over the years from our Sunday live streams. But I'll be popping in real time and setting up the next clip, all right? So what we're going to do right now is set up our official theme song. So Michelle, good to see you here. Lisa, nice to see you here as well. And so let's just have some fun with this. But I'm going to play, the song. It's Wake Up. It's a little sampling from our song Wake Up, the lead-off track on our Opening Up to the Good CD. And here that is. Enjoy.
Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I feel so grateful. When I wake up in the morning, I feel so alive. When I wake up in the morning, I feel the spirit. Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I'm here to thrive. So I wake up every day.
Sing along now.
Wake up, this is what I say. Wake up, I am so free. Wake up, and I'm free to be me. I'm free to be me, yeah.
That's right. There's a little sample from that song everybody loves. I want to thank a few more folks who are chiming in here. And by the way, if you're coming in, please leave a comment. Let us know where you're watching from, and I will honor or acknowledge you in real time when I pop in for these segments. Joe, good to have you here. He called me DJ Bob. I'm DJ Bob this morning. Yolanda, happy 6th of July. Hi, Dorlee. And anyone else who's watching, maybe who hasn't commented yet, but please do if you're able to. If you're not driving, if it's safe and you know how to do it, go ahead and leave a comment, and we'll and let Pooki know how much you're appreciating this. So what I'm going to move on to now is I went through and I went back to a live stream that we did right around this time. It was right after the 4th of July, 2 years ago in 2023. And this was one of her opening centering sort of prayers or centering breath things, whatever you want to call it. And so I'm going to play this for you right now. This is a good one around this time of the year from 2 years ago. All right, enjoy this and I'll be back. So what we always like to do here in the early going on these Sunday mornings is get centered, and Pooki, that's one of her gifts, is centering us all.
Well, you know what? It's just, it's what my gift is bringing us together.
Connecting us.
Connecting us, yes. I am a community girl. I love community. I love being with others. And so even though right now it might appear that I'm here and you're there, the real truth of it is that we are already connected because we're a part of this one beautiful, magnificent thing, this life, this beautiful gift. We're all a part of it. And so we're all so important to it. And in this field, in this infinite field of being in this oneness and this one thing that we are all a part of, we are all connected within it. And all we have to do, because our minds are so powerful, our energetic fields are so powerful. I mean, I'm just now starting to study like frequency, right? And like you see 528 and 432 and, all these different frequencies. And I became very curious about it lately. And it's because frequency has the power to transcend space. It moves far beyond, and we are frequencies. We are frequencies of love and of light. And when we put our attention, we bring our mind to the truth of who we are, that we're these emanating ripples of love into the world. We can allow our love to cascade out of our hearts, out of our very own beings, and transcend time and space. And we can touch each other in this infinite field of the one. The one. It's an honor to be here with you in this way. It is. It's an honor to have your presence here with us in this moment. Whether recorded or live, this transcends time and space. This is the eternal now. And we're experiencing it all together right now. Right now. So I just want you to open up the floodgates of your heart and just see your heart just sending out these vibrant waves of love into the world, and see these waves of love reaching out and touching each one of us gathered here. So many have said where they're from, where they're viewing from, and all over the world. Let our love just ripple out, because we are not bound. We are bound by no thing. Our love has the ability to bring connection, healing, compassion, unity. And so in this field, we are all unified together as our hearts ripple out this energy of love, as we are connecting our heart frequency with one another in this divine space. Put your hand on your heart. Can you still feel the river just flowing outside of you? It's kind of like, have this feeling, I feel like I'm basking in a waterfall right now. It's just this beautiful, cascading love rippling down over me and out into the world, out to all of you and touching you in this field. Oh, I just had another interesting thought. That in the air there's water, right? And we're water, and we're connecting through water. Powerful, powerful, powerful things that we can learn when we just listen. All right, now right here, feel your heart beating beneath your chest bone. Gratitude, 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 and so much love for this heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's take one deep breath together as one global family, united in love and compassion through the divine breath. Here we go. Ready? Breathing in love. Hold it just for a second. And breathing out love. Ooh, as much as you can. Be love, because it's who you are. All right. Thank you, Bob.
There you go. I have to admit, when I chose that yesterday, I was trying to find something around this time of the year, this time of the month, 2 years ago. And I just made sure that the audio was good and all that. It sounded clear, but I didn't actually listen to the entire thing, about 5 minutes there. But some of the stuff she said early on was really relevant. Playing it all this time later, this is really it's just synchronistic how that works out. All right, so there's going to be no live performing music because I've got the guitar here, but I'm not going to be playing anything solo. But I've got two or three recordings that I'm going to share with you. This is our song "Love Is the Word." It was recorded live, I think 5 or 6 years ago or more, at the Center for Spiritual Living here in St. Louis, where we've been playing one Sunday a month for many, many years. And this is a really good recording of it, because a lot of times when they got this from a live stream, and a lot of times the audio is not really dialed in and it kind of sounds a little wonky. But this particular version, not only was Pooki on fire, you can tell even her setting up the song, but the audio mix was really good. And so this is our song, a live version of "Love Is the Word." All right, enjoy this, and I'll be back.
What a great message. Wow. We have the power. Within our own being, we have the power to transform this world. Don't forget that. You are powerful. You are significant. You matter. Ooh, never more than now, baby. I'm telling you, love is, we just got to keep on loving people. Just keep on loving people. It doesn't even matter. Like this whole divide thing. It's love. 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 Love.
Did you just say the word love?
What are we going to do? We're going to sing about
Wow, it ties right
my
into this
favorite
next song.
subject.
Here's an oldie but goodie. This is one of the first original songs that Pooki and I collaborated on a long time ago. You may have heard it before.
We had dark hair then.
You're going to hear it again. I woke up this morning, something wasn't right. My life was out of balance, I couldn't see the light. I called up my minister, told her of my dread. Without missing one beat, this is what she said. Love is the word.
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 Love is the word. You got the word now, right? You know what the word is, right? Well, I went to the doctor 'cause I was feeling bad. Sickness all inside me, I thought I was going mad. I asked for a prescription, he handed me a note. I was so surprised to see just what that doctor wrote.
Love is the word.
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 L-O-V-E is the W-O-R-D. L-O-V-E is the W-O-R-D. Say that. Love, love, love.
Is the
Love, love,
W-O-R-D.
love.
L-O-V-E
love.
is the W-O-R-D.
When I went to a psychic to have my fortune told, to see into the future and how it will unfold. But she just shook her head, put away her tarot cards, looked me in the eye and said,
Man, it ain't that hard.
love is the word.
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 I'm talking about
Love
love.
is the word.
Love, 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 love.
Love is the word.
I'm talking about love.
Love is the word. Love is the word.
I'm talking about
Love is the word.
Love, 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 love.
Love is the word.
I'm talking about
Love is the word.
That's it.
Thank
That's all
you.
you need to know. That's it. That's the only thing you need to know. Love, love, love is the word.
Thank you, Pooki and Bob. Oh, that's so fun. I love that song. Didn't you write that about 10 years ago? It may be longer. Wow.
There you go. So that must have been at some time after COVID started because she got the mask on there. So that kind of dates it a little bit. So welcome again. I'm DJing here while Pookie is away at a festival. I'm playing some of the best of clips from Pookie, both music and speaking and all that good stuff. Just want to say hi to Tinica is here. Nice to have you here. We got Mary Lou from Cape Cod. Jennifer's joining us from Texas. And I hope I didn't miss anyone from earlier. No, I haven't. Oh, Evelyn. I don't think I've acknowledged you yet from Port Sanilac, Michigan. I think everyone else their name has been uttered, but keep leaving those comments, and I'll keep highlighting them here. Right now, we're going to move on to something that is a clip from an edited clip. I'm not sure exactly when this was, but it's this Pookie talking about judgment and beware of judgment. Let me see here. Where is that? Here we go. I'm going to watch this. We'll come back. It's the best of Pooki Lee. Enjoy this.
So we're talking about liberation here when you release judgment of yourself. It's probably one of the most challenging things that we come to learn in this lifetime. It's really hard because we already know our own story, so we have a lot of judgment about what we did or what we didn't do or blah, 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 this, that, and the other. I tend to look at my life and I used to judge myself from my life, and I judged myself really harshly, and that's just what we do. And I looked at myself and it was very defeating to my being. I was not able to really come into my fullness because I had so much judgment about myself. It stopped me from doing anything because I thought I wasn't worthy. I thought that that there was something inherently wrong with me. So I had a lot of judgment. But then as I grew, and I'm 61 years old now, so I'm coming to understand things in a different way. And what I came to understand as I'm looking back on my life, that I didn't do anything wrong. I just made choices and decisions that created outcomes that I wasn't expecting. There was nothing wrong with it. I just made a choice that created an outcome that I maybe didn't desire. Right? But there was nothing wrong with me for making that choice or whatever. It just wasn't wrong. So I've come to look at everything in my life as a blessing, like all of those things that used to be my traumas. I've converted them into blessings. I've looked at what is the good that came out of that? What did that do for me? What did I learn from that? What was the gift and all of that? Sometimes it's really hard to see, right? Based off of the kind of trauma that you're dealing with. However, there is always something that emerges as a gift to you from that. So once we can get past that state of judging ourselves and just realizing that we're just here on this amazing journey of just discovering who we are, remembering who we are, right? We make these choices sometimes that create outcomes that we're not expecting. So we can release with that knowing, once we know that's true, we can release all judgment to ourselves, right? And this is the power, because when you can so there's a way that I do that. There's a way that I view myself with no judgment. I had an incident the other day with my sister. It triggered me. There were things that were going on with me. I was in the middle of it, right? I was in it, right? My 3D body, my whole consciousness was in it. And so I was experiencing it, all the emotions, all the feels, all the frustration, all the right? But once I got a moment to just get outside of it, like step outside. So I envisioned my being, my eternal being, moving outside of the body and just kind of sitting behind my head like you would in a bleacher and just observing me and that whole thing, right? Without any judgment. Oh, look at this is what she's doing. Oh, look. Okay. And so what does that mean? What are the thoughts that she's having? And I'm talking about me. What is she thinking? What are the thoughts that she's having? Why is she responding this way? What's triggering her? Right? But there's no judgment around it. When I can do that, then I can actually bring solutions. I can actually see myself in a different way, and I can change the outcome. I can make a new choice. So I made a new choice with my sister. I said, okay, I sat with it and I made a new choice with my sister, and I offered a new opportunity. And she was like, yes, that's, and perfect, right? But I released myself from that. So this no judgment thing is so powerful, because when we judge ourselves, we hold ourselves back. When we think that we're not worthy of having what we desire, that's a huge one, and we hold ourselves back. And I'm going to tell you something here that I want you to drink in deeply. You've already won. You've already won. You've made it. You know that there were like 4 billion sperm and you were the one that made it down the canal to the egg. That right there, you're a winner. You're already on top of the game. You're already deserving. Just because you did that, just because you were the one that came down the tunnel, right? The channel into the light and emerged in a physical form, right? Do you know how many beings, how many wanted to have this experience and it was only limited to a few? You made it. Just on that alone, you're a miracle already, right? And so this idea that you have that you're not worthy to have these things, that you don't deserve it, that's all stuff that you've been programmed because you didn't come into the world thinking that. You came into the world as a being. You entered into the light and you came into the world as a perfect, pure being from your pureness, right? There was no judgment. You were perfect. You were divine. Right? But then things happen and we get these ideas about, we judge ourselves, people judge us, we take that on. All that stuff is after the fact. When you came in, you're a perfect human being. You won the race. You're a miracle. The fact that you're even here in a physical body, just think about that. So you're already a miracle. So all these judgments that you have that you're not worthy or that you don't deserve this, release them. Stand in the knowing of, oh my gosh, new affirmation. I am a miracle. I am a miracle. I am a winner. I won the race. I'm here. You know, this is like winning the lottery. Don't judge yourselves. All judgments came after you came into this world. You were born with no judgment. You were born in absolute divine perfection. That's the state that we want to restore. That's what we want to remember about ourselves. Not all this other that people have laid on us or right, these things that aren't true about us, like that we're not worthy, that we don't deserve that, or we'll never amount, blah, 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 blah. So, all right. I talked for a minute.
That was great. Wow. That was great. Pretty powerful stuff. I could tell that she referenced her age. It was about 3 years ago. But man, we could just pretty much end the broadcast right there. If you totally absorb and embrace what Pooki said there, your life would be much different. I got another clip I'm going to show here, but first I'm just going to highlight some folks that popped in while that was playing. Red Clover Kate is here. Great to have you here, my dear. Beatrice from Croatia has joined us. Yay. It's a global audience here. Sandra from Central Oregon is in the house as well. And then our good friend Holly Ann from Australia down under has joined us as well. This next clip is something that Pooki did, I think in the early years of us doing Sunday Inspiration Live, I believe, because we've been doing this for over 4.5 years. This is season 5, episode 27. This is crazy how long we've been doing this. And so this is Pooki speaking about love and acceptance. Let me find where that is. Here we go. Enjoy this. And of course, I'll be back after that.
So I want to share with you how powerful you are in this moment right now in our world. How your heart and the power of your heart to radiate love and compassion into our world right now. It's the most powerful thing that we could ever, ever, ever do. It sometimes gets so overlooked because it's so simple. Loving another, loving our brothers and sisters all over the world, loving our neighbors in our own communities, loving. How do we love? You know, this is how do we express our love? Well, we did some of that earlier in our session with you today. It's like bringing that awareness, that attention to our heart. And just sending that love out into the world, that is powerful. When we do it together, it's even more powerful. It's even more amplified, right? And that our love, like the water, ripples all over the earth. And then too, we can look at this water behind me and we can see that this water connects all of the continents on the planet. We're all connected to, see that water right there, that body of water is connected to every continent. It's seamless. So when we bring our attention to this water, we're bringing attention to all the water. And then water also allows for energy to be moved through water. So when we bring our prayers and our intentions, we bring our love to water, and we offer that to the water. That offering then is carried in the water all over our planet. So if you have the ability to go to water and pray, bring your heart and your intention to the water, you can those prayers will be amplified in the water. If you can get your feet into the water while you're praying, touch the water in some way, and be in a state of gratitude, and send your love out into the world right now, out to all our brothers and sisters everywhere, right? So there is a narrative right now that is creating an illusion of separation, right? And so it's very, very powerful to hold the frequency of love at this time, because it eliminates the illusion of separation, and it sees all of us as one beautiful, divine expression of the Creator, whatever you call that, this life force energy that's breathing our bodies and beating our hearts, right? And so when we connect to and we activate this center of our being, right? And I'm also bring to awareness to, like, pay attention to where the heart is. The heart is in the center of your body. It's right here, right in the center, right? It's not on the right. It's not on the left. It's right in the center, right? Because it is in that place of non-judgment, of accepting, and of loving. That's what love is. Love is accepting, right? And so there's this illusion of duality in our world right now, right? This idea that we're not separate, or that there's those and then there's us. This idea, it's not true. It's an illusion. We are one, held in the heart of the divine, right? And so when you're with others, maybe who have differing beliefs than you do, right? This can be challenging sometimes, to be in environments where people have different beliefs than you have. The challenge is not to judge it. The challenge is to accept that is their belief, and they get to believe that. It's their right. It's the freedom that we all have to believe what we believe. So in my freedom to express my beliefs, or to live my life based off of my beliefs, others have the right to choose that for themselves, whatever it is, even if it contradicts with what I'm choosing, because I believe that there couldn't be one answer for 7 billion of us on the planet. There's many answers for all of us, and we're all finding our way. But the main thing is, no matter what we're choosing, to stay connected in our hearts, right? And to honor and respect our brothers and sisters all over the world, as they too are facing some challenging choices, right? That we're making right now in the world. So how is it that we can walk the middle path? How is it that we can walk the path of love? As we see this duality, this illusion of duality emerging, right? We come back to ourselves and we exercise our love and our compassion in the world. We embrace and we accept people for who they are and not judging. Right? So that is the path of love. So I love this Rumi quote, and I know I don't have it right, but you'll get the gist of it, and maybe you know it, and if you do, post it in the chat. You know, that beyond the field, beyond right doing and wrongdoing, okay, or let's just say beyond black and white, left or right, there is a field. There is a field beyond that. Beyond right doing and wrongdoing, there is a field. And in that field, I will meet you there. In that field, beyond judgment in the field of love and of compassion. So allow your water essence to ripple love into the world. You don't have to go to a water body. You are a water body. Although there's something that about ritual or about ceremony when we bring it to a moment with our intention, right, of going to the water. Maybe you can bring some others to the water. But here, right now, in this moment, no matter where you are, we're activated right now in this moment to shine our light and our love into the world, because that's what the world needs right now. The world doesn't need judging and blaming and finger pointing. The world needs love, love. And there's enough of us that we can do it. We can love the world. We can love the world enough. We can. That's why we're here, right? That's why we're here. We're remembering who we are. We're remembering why we're here. Sound familiar? We're remembering why we came. And we're remembering that we are love. That we are love. All right, so let's just send a little blast of love into our planet again. And maybe you want to bring this into your daily practice of just loving all of our brothers and sisters all around the world, regardless of the challenges that they're facing. Sending our love and our compassion to all of our brothers and sisters everywhere. Love you, love you, love you. Keep loving the world. Keep doing it. Do it. It's powerful. It's going to change everything. You watch. I promise.
That was amazing. It was back. Maybe we need to go back to this, but we used to in the early years of doing this. I would just give Pookie the chair when, for her when she had something to say about a topic, and that was amazing. So this is interesting to me. Earlier, before this clip even played, Jennifer Brooks over on Facebook wrote, "We are miraculous beings." I'm sorry, that was I meant to highlight this one. Love is so desperately needed. And that was a reference to the earlier clip that I played, but it totally ties into this thing that hadn't even been played yet when she posted that. So thank you, Jennifer. And then also you posted, "We are miraculous beings indeed." Lisa says, "Pookie always speaks to my soul." Keone is fully tuned in. What his mama is saying. It's funny, I got a similar background. He's in the same spot. You have a consistent look there, huh? Awesome. And then, hi, Tiffany. Beautiful message indeed. Welcome to this best of while Pookie is at the festival. And Crystal says, "Wow, wonderful." That's amazing. And so, you may know who Mel Robbins is, and she has a book out that's a bestseller called The Let Them Theory, which is just about this thing about don't be consumed with other people's behavior, just let them. But Pookie has been saying a similar thing for years prior, for a number, because that book just came out like in December or something. But Pookie's been saying they get to, hey, they want to feel this way, they get to. Or if you're speaking to someone, hey, you want to react that way, you have that opinion, you get to. It's good. You give them permission to feel the way they want to feel, but that doesn't mean that you have to battle with them over it or convince them otherwise. So she's been preaching that message for a long time. All right, here. I'm going to play a song. So there was a song called "I Choose to Live in a State of Love" that we originally wrote for our choir. And so we were reluctant to do it as a duo because we liked having all the big voices and the harmonies and all that stuff, but we did a duet version of it years ago, and it was pretty darn good. So I'm going to play that for you here. It's an original song called "I Choose to Live," and here we go. Enjoy this, and we'll continue. So here we go.
Okay.
Another song. This is the one. I choose to live in a state of love. I let the love surround me. I choose to live in a state of love. I let choose to live in a state of love. I let the love surround me. I choose to live in a state of love. I let the love surround me, surround me, surround me. Let the love surround me, surround me, surround me. Let the love surround me. I choose to live in a state of joy. I let the joy surround me. I choose to live in a state of joy. I let the joy surround me. I choose to live in a state of joy. I let the joy surround me. I choose to live in a state of joy. I let the joy surround me, surround me, surround me, surround me. Let the joy surround me, surround me, surround me, surround me. Let the joy surround me. Back to love. I choose to live in a state of love. I let the love surround me. I choose to live in a state of love. I let the love surround me, surround me, surround me, surround me. Let the love surround, surround me, surround me, surround me. Let the love surround me. Let the love, let the love surround me. Let the love surround me.
That made my nose
It made your nose what?
buzz.
It made her nose buzz. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that was a good version of that. Live in the moment. I want to say hi to Chase Glenn. Says always a great way to start my Sunday. I'm glad you're here. Corazon as well. Grand Rising from Mount Shasta. And for those of you who may be tuning in a little bit late in the live stream here, Pooki is at a festival here near St. Louis called New Earth Fest, where she's not only attending for the weekend, but speaking today. So she's unavailable. So I'm doing a best of. Most of the stuff today is pre-recorded segments featuring Pooki. And I got a couple more here before we wrap things up. And so this next segment is really short. It's like a 2-minute segment from a program that we released, I guess it's been 2 years now, But Pookie and I actually spent 2 years developing this system that we call the personal transformation matrix. It's the heal, activate, connect process. It's a 3-step process to basically improve your life, to get over the hurdles that we all face, and a specific step-by-step process to make your life better, more empowered, so you can enjoy more relationships and bring in more abundance and money, more creativity, better health, all that good stuff. And so this is a segment from that course. There's a link to it here too. You can go to bobbakerinspiration.com/PTM for personal transformation matrix. But here's a real short segment. This is from the heal section, where we're talking about identifying your limiting beliefs and how to overcome them and all that. And so this is just a little sample from that program.
So a really simple process in identifying these beliefs. Okay, so something triggers you. You notice where a belief shows up in your mind that doesn't serve you. And usually they're just like statements that don't speak to the highest aspect of your being, that are kind of condescending in their tone, right? Like, you're stupid, you don't know, you don't have enough of this, you're not good enough, you don't blah, 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 worthy, whatever. So when that shows up for you, if you don't just bypass this and you stop right there, that's the moment of identification. Identify it. Wow, okay, that's the identification. And then next thing that is really, really powerful is just ask yourself, is that true about you? Is that real? And I mean, just like really being honest. Is that really true about me? Is that really true about me? And what you'll find is that it's not really true about you. It is a lie. It really is a lie. That's what a limiting belief is. And limiting beliefs, like, they're navigating your life. If you stay in an unaware state with them, they will navigate your life, and they will direct your life. And they're driving your car. They're driving your car. When you become aware of them, then you can ask yourself if it's really true, and you know that it's not true for you. Then all of a sudden you can tell that limiting belief to get in the back seat. You're not driving anymore, because it's going to show up again. That voice is going to come up again. You don't ever get rid of them. I'm sorry to say you don't. They're just there. They're just kind of there. Right. They just kind of show up less and less and less as time goes on, but they still show up. So you can recognize this voice coming up out of the back seat, and like you go, oh, no. You're just here along for the ride. I know that you're here, but you're not driving anymore. You're not in the front seat. We're in the front seat. We're driving. My expansive, positive, powerful beliefs are what's driving my vehicle right now, and my limiting beliefs are in the back seat, and they get to be there. Because they are going to show up again. People think that, you do this work and then they disappear and they never come back. And then they're horrified when they have that thought again, thinking that there's something wrong. There's nothing wrong. It just will continue to show up. And it's that opportunity for you to once again stand in your power and say, no, this is who I am.
Powerful stuff. And that again is from a little small segment from the Personal Transformation Matrix program. It's an official online course, so you have your own login and you go through the lessons, and there's bonus material and all that good stuff. And so check it out. Going to highlight some things before I move on to the next section. Deanne has joined us saying, happy Sunday, full of light, love, compassion, and warm hugs. Yay. Tracy D is also here. Happy Sunday, HVT, which for those of you who are not aware, HVT stands for High Vibe Tribe. Sending summer love, peace, joy, gratitude, and abundance. Oh my gosh, everybody's so upbeat here today. And always, not just today. This is the place to come to get uplifted every Sunday. Of course, you can watch the replay at any time throughout the week and all the past episodes. Lisa says, check out, or she's posting and this very thing is in the description of the YouTube video, also in the description over on Facebook. So you can click that link and go and check out the program. It's pretty powerful. It's Personal Transformation Matrix, bobbakerinspiration.com/PTM. And then Deanne says, Casey and Angel and they all say hi. Awesome sauce. I'm going to play another powerful segment that Pooki recorded some years ago. This is all about her views on mistakes. And then I'm going to come back with a unique version of Bob's Comedy Corner that may actually feature some people that are here in the chat. So you want to stick around for that, all right? And we'll have a final kind of dance party song at the end. So this is Pooki talking about what her thoughts on mistakes. Here we go.
Oh, it's our time together again. Wow, it's always so good to be here with you. Such a beautiful love, such a beautiful light, right? We're here to shine that light in the world. So I want to talk about something that, it really took me a long time to get this, because for a long time in my life, I thought that I was a mistake, that there was something wrong with me. But I really did believe this. I mean, it's honest to God true. I thought there was something wrong with me and I needed to be fixed, right? And so I spent a lot of my 20s, 30s, and 40s and 50s, right? And it was just an evolving journey of just trying to figure it out for myself. Like, what was it? What was it about me that wasn't right, right? Well, the honest to God's truth is that there was nothing about me that wasn't right. The only thing that I had some really kind of screwy ideas about who I thought I was. And I believed some lies about myself that had been given to me by, really well-intending people like my parents and my mother, because I didn't know my dad, my mom, or, family members, school teachers, things like that, adults, right, as I was growing up. And they kind of told me some lies that weren't really true about who I was, right? Because they really couldn't see it in themselves. So it's really hard to see in another person what you don't possess yourself, right? And so if they couldn't see their own divinity, how could they possibly see mine, right? And then also too, it just that just goes on and on and on. Like, my mother had problems with her own self-esteem and her own self-value and who she thought she was. And she had been believing lies from my grandmother, right? So you can see how this baton just continues to get passed down, right? But then I came to, in this deep search to figure out what was wrong with me or how I could fix myself, I came across this idea. I don't even remember where it came from, where I began to embrace the idea that, wow, I never made a mistake. I never made a mistake out of everything that I'd ever done, because I used to judge myself harshly. And I could give you a list of these times when I'd made mistakes, where I felt like I'd made a mistake or made the wrong choice or I did the wrong thing or whatever. But I came into this belief or this understanding that I never made a mistake. Never did I make a mistake. What I made was I made some choices that gave me an outcome that I wasn't expecting, right? It wasn't a mistake. There was nothing wrong with the choice that I'd made. Only thing that was challenging was that it wasn't the outcome that I was looking for, right? So once I began to look at all of the things in my life as not mistakes, just outcomes that I hadn't desired, right? So what it was teaching me was that if I wanted this and I took an action like this and it didn't achieve my goal, it wasn't a mistake. I didn't make a mistake. I just took an action that created a different outcome than what I was looking for. So then what do? You find another action. You take another action, and you do that in order to get the outcome that you're looking for. Now, sometimes you might choose something and you get an outcome that you're not expecting, but oh my gosh, it's so much better than what you were expecting. You just have no idea right? You have no idea. So I know that I've never made a mistake. I've made choices that didn't turn out the way that I had intended, but they weren't mistakes. And then when I look back on those experiences, those were huge lessons for me. I learned so much. I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about others, and I learned so much about the world, right? In making these choices over and over again, right? And so I never made a mistake. And this kind of goes back to this idea that everything is always perfect. Every choice that we're making empowers us in one way or another, right? We're empowered to grow more, to learn more, to understand more. Maybe we're empowered to be more creative or figure it out, like find another way, find another mechanism to achieve the outcome that we're looking for. Not mistakes, just actions that created outcomes we weren't expecting. And is that all perfect? Yes, because in all of those outcomes, I learned, like I said, so much about myself and so much about others. So how would your life be different if you fully embrace this idea of I've never made a mistake? Oh, and you can never, ever make a mistake. That's a liberating thought. You know, if you have this idea like I can never make a mistake, what will that do for you? Well, one thing that I noticed for me, once I started adopting this way of being in the world, I started noticing that I would make choices a lot faster. And then the choice that I'd make, if it didn't create the outcome that I wanted, well, then I would just make another choice. I would continue to learn from every choice that I was making. Therefore, I was continuing to grow and evolve and strengthen my my muscle as far as like becoming a creator of that which I'm wanting to experience, and learning along the way all the ways in which it doesn't work. Now, some people get really frustrated at that, but if you believe that you've never made a mistake, and if you believe that everything is perfect, you don't get frustrated with that. You just don't, because you know, oh no, this is perfect. This is here to teach me a lesson. I'm learning. Sometimes I will have this experience where I'm just supposed to be watching something. I'm not even supposed to be responding to it. I'm just supposed to be watching it because there's something that's there for me to learn. There have been a couple of times recently where I've been sitting with family members, right? And I have like advice that I want to give, or I'm going to point to something, and spirit, my inner wisdom, my inner guidance, because that's what I listen to. My inner guidance is telling me, no, don't say anything. Don't. Quiet. Just watch, because I want to show you something, right? And so sometimes we just get to be a witness to things as they're occurring. Sometimes you'll get to be a witness to a choice that you're making in the way that it's unfolding, and the only thing that you can do is just witness your outcome, right? So I love this idea of we never make a mistake, ever. We never will, and we never can. So that will give you confidence in making choices in the future. You won't sit and go, oh, well, should I do this or should I do that? Or maybe I should do this or this, or what about that or this? Oh, I just don't know which one. Let me call Susan and ask her what she thinks, and maybe she can help me. Or, oh, well, maybe there's a, no. All you have to do is just make a choice. I like this idea of like writing down, let's just say 20 different ways in which it could be done. If you're up against something and you're looking at doing something, 20 different ways in which it could be done. So write it all out, right? And then out of that list of 20, pick one and then do that. And then pay attention to what happened. And then if you didn't get the outcome that you were looking for, pay attention to what the lesson is that you can learn. What can I learn from this experience? Because we're never wasting our energy. Our energy is always engaged, right? We can ignore our lessons. We can ignore or turn away from that which is showing up for us in a moment, or we can get really angry and mad at it. We can have all kinds of emotions about it, or we can choose to look at it and embrace it in a new way. Like, become curious. Right? And so if that first one doesn't work, doesn't get the outcome that you're looking for, go back to your list and pick another one and do that one. And what will that one, well, if that one doesn't do it, pay attention to the lesson because there's something really amazing there for you too. Right? And then continue to do this until you sometimes you get these really wonderful surprises where you get an outcome that's so much bigger and grander than anything that you could have anticipated. It's like, wow, and totally sends your whole plan off onto a new trajectory. And I've had this happen many times. You know how that happens? It happens when you're not attached to the outcome, where you don't get oh man, this didn't turn out the way that I wanted. Can you look at what showed up and see how maybe this could be even a better blessing, an even bigger blessing, an even greater gift, right? Because this is how we get to play in the world like this. Never making a mistake and everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. We don't have to worry about how things are unfolding or judging what's happening. That's the other thing that you get liberated from too, is you get liberated from your judgment, the judgment of yourself, the judgment of others. Because if it's all perfect, what is there to judge, right? If you can never make a mistake, what is there to judge? There's nothing to judge. And in reality, it is nothing to judge. Everything is just happening. It's just all occurring in its own unfoldment, its own evolution. So you're having your own personal evolution, but we're having a collective evolution as a global family, right? All of us are evolving together on this beautiful planet, right? As we're evolving individually. And so how is it that you can walk in the world and you can be liberated and feel lighter, right? And release yourself from judgment of what's happening, from judgment of yourself, from judgment of what's going on in the world, judgment about how things aren't showing up the way that you expect them to. Just release all that. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And what you'll find is you'll find such sweet liberation. You will find freedom there. So let's just play with this. Let's just play with this idea. I can never make a mistake. And I know it's a hard one to swallow, because we want to judge ourselves. We look for excuses to not be successful or to not get what we want. We try to say things like, oh, I don't deserve it, or I'm not good enough, or I can't trust myself. I never make the right decision. That's not true. It's not true. There's no right or wrong. Everything just is. So you make a decision. It doesn't turn out how you wanted. Oh, well. Hey, did it turn out better than what you were expecting? What is there? What's there for you to embrace? Right? And if not, then just go back to the drawing board again and pick another thing off your list and do that. Right? And then see how, if playing in this realm of it's all perfect, I can never make a mistake, see how that will transform your day in a magnificent, wonderful way. Yeah. I would love to have you commit to one day of just being in perfection, being in the I can't make a mistake, and just see how it feels. All right. So much love for you and everything that you do. So great. And just remember, everything's perfect and you cannot make a mistake. And you're perfect too. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have an amazing day and celebrate this beautiful Sunday. Aloha.
Wow. So that had to be in the first year or so that we were doing these Sunday inspirations, because we didn't have a green screen. You're seeing the open office, which we haven't done in a long time. So that was amazing. A lot of great comments here. I'm going to highlight a few of them before we move on. We're almost heading into the stretch here. Oh, this went longer than I longer than I thought. But I'm going to have to wrap it up here soon. But Lisa put "I'm All Right Already," which is actually the name of a song that Pooki wrote and sang. I'm not going to be able to play that per se here, but maybe in a future one. Lisa also posted, if you're enjoying today's broadcast, please share so others can enjoy it too. Don't forget to like and subscribe, do all that stuff. Lisa also posted, everything happens the way it is meant to. Show yourself the same grace you give so freely to others. That's really important. Yeah, the way you speak to yourself, is that the way you would speak to like your real true best friend? No, it probably isn't. And then Michelle says, oh my, this one really resonates with me today. I truly needed to hear this. Lisa said, who else needed to hear this today? I know I did. Jennifer Brooks, I definitely needed this today. All right, I'm actually going to end with the comedy section here, but it's not going to be Bob's Comedy Corner. But before I do that, I'm going to tease you with something. This is a little personal here, but for the past 4 years, when I describe myself as an author, I have been saying that, I've published 16 books over the last 30 some odd years. And when I count books, I'm talking about paperback, books that you can hold in your hand. Because I published other titles that are just an ebook, audiobook, online course formats, but I'm not counting those. I'm counting the books that I've published that were actually paperbacks that you could hold. I'm on the verge of launching my next paperback book, first one in 4 years since The Power of Affirmations came out. And I'm only going to tease you with it here because I just got one proof copy. Actually, this is the second proof copy because I had to redo it. The first one was a little wonky. I'm only going to flash it on the screen here, and in the next week or two, I'll be able to more officially announce it and all that. But here it is. There's a little strip there that says "not for sale." That's what Amazon does when they send you. But it's called Money Magnet. It's an abundance journal with a lot of prompts and all that stuff. There's a different affirmation for 60. It's a 60-day abundance and money attraction journal. I'm really looking forward to that officially being available. So stay tuned for that. I just wanted to tease you about that right now. So we're going to end with, because I want to scoot off and attend another event here pretty soon. And so I'm going to end with this special humor section. So 3 years ago it'd be 2022, right? We had a mini retreat here in St. Louis. About 12 people attended, and at least one of those people, if Deanne, if you're still here watching, I know that you were there. When we had like 8 of the 12 people flew in from outside of St. Louis. I know Dora Lee was here earlier. She's more local. I don't see anyone else commenting that maybe would have attended this, but this was a special edition of Bob's Comedy Corner since I had everybody together. This took place in the middle of July 2022, 3 years ago. So everybody contributed a joke. It was really hot out, just like it is now in St. Louis. And so this was all, and thank you, Jennifer, for saying that. Stoked about the new journal. It's coming up soon. But everybody did It's So Hot jokes. Okay, I played this before because it's really a classic. But this is how we're going to end today, with some lightheartedness. And hope you enjoy the humor. Let's watch this, and I'll be back to say final goodbyes. Here we go. So right now, since this is so different, it's not going to be Bob's Comedy Corner. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Community Comedy Corner. Wow, that's great. All right, so July 17, that's today's date. I always like to see if there's something that inspires me that happened in history. And on this date in 1902, American mechanical engineer Willis Carrier completed drawings for what would become the first modern air conditioner, which I thought was very timely because yesterday was it set a record in St. Louis for that date. It's like 102, 103 is what it got up to. So I thought what a perfect thing to do is It's So Hot jokes. And so one at a time, just come up here. All right, Cherie, go for it.
It's so hot out. I saw a fire hydrant chasing a dog.
Yeah, that's right. So you're on live laugh track. Come on, yeah. Okay.
Hey, Bob, it's so hot. You need a spatula to remove.
To do what? Let's try it again. How hot is it, Samantha?
I don't get it. Oh, I know I do. Mom, it is so hot. You need a spatula to remove your clothing.
Yay! Okay. You got to memorize. It's pretty hot out, Jacob.
Yeah, it's so hot. I saw a chicken lay an omelet.
Oh, wow. That was great delivery.
You guys, it's so hot out.
How hot is it, Dorley?
You know, the birds are using oven mitts to pull the worms out of the ground.
Wrong one. It's so hot, my thermometer goes up and says, "Are you kidding me?"
My thermometer goes up to, "Are you kidding me?" All right, come on now. All right, Karen. Oh, awesome.
It's so hot, even the artificial flowers are dying.
Sorry.
It's so hot, you can wash your clothes and dry them at the same time.
Oh, wow. That was good delivery. Oh, she's got it memorized.
It is so hot out. I poured McDonald's coffee in my lab just to cool off.
Yeah! Oh, wow. Wow. I love this.
This one's in honor of my Virginians out there. It is so hot, even the white-collar workers are rednecks.
It is so hot, the cows are producing evaporated milk.
All right, here we go.
It's so hot outside, the ice cream man just changed the sign on his van to read "Just Cream."
Oh, it's so hot. I saw a guy with a sign that read "Will work for shade." And I think that's it. So we're gonna end it like we started it. So this has been the Community Comedy Corner. I love that so much for so many reasons. So Deanne was there. She told one of the jokes. That was the first time we met in person. And let's see here. Cherie. Oh yeah, Cherie says I was there. Yes, indeed, you were. And then Dorley, I'm here. So they all contributed to those jokes, and so I love sharing that every now and then from 3 years ago. Oh my gosh! All right, so I am going to Shadoobie-wah. I'm going to head on out and to get to another event that I'd like to attend this morning. I think Pooki's going to be back. Pretty sure we're going to be back together doing our normal thing next Sunday. But she may be traveling once or twice in the coming weeks, so we may have to do something similar to this. But one Sunday at a time. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, and I hope you appreciate the clips that I chose to share with you this morning. Have an awesome day, and check all the links that are in the description wherever you're watching this. There's a lot of good stuff there, including links to our music and merch and different things like that. So love you all, and look forward to seeing Pooki. I think she comes back tonight or tomorrow. She's kind of on her own schedule. But I'll see you all later. Have a good one. Love you. So long for now, and bye.